This is Wisconsin's cold cases from 1949 to 2022. Ricky Jean Bryant has been missing from Mauston, Wisconsin since December 19, 1949. She was 4 years old. She would now be 78. She was 3'4" and weighed 40 pounds with blonde hair and hazel eyes. If you have any information, please call 608-847-5649. James Egan has been missing from Mequon, Wisconsin since August 6, 1972. He was 18 years old. He would now be 69. He was 5'9" and weighed 130 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 262-242-3500. Orrin Anderson has been missing from Mequon since August 26, 1973. He was 16 years old. He would now be 67. He was 5'9" and weighed 135 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 262-242-3500. Catherine Lynn Schoberg has been missing from Concord since June 5, 1974. She was 16 years old. She would now be 67. She was 5'5" and weighed 120 pounds with brown hair and green eyes. If you have any information, call 262-242-3500. Don Trey Hunter has been missing from Milwaukee since August 20th, 1975. He was 1 year old. He would now be 50. He was 3 foot, weighed 30 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 414-933-4444. Suzanne Schultz has been missing from Black Earth since December 1st, 1978. She was 17 years old. She would now be 63. She was 5'6" and weighed 120 pounds with brown hair and green eyes. If you have any information, call 608-266-4948. Robert Fritz has been missing from Camp Bellsport since May 14, 1983. He was 5 years old. He would now be 46. He was 4 foot and weighed 50 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 803-642-1761. Sarah Bushland has been missing from Spooner since April 3, 1996. She was 15 years old. She would now be 43. She was 5 foot, weighed 104 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 715-468-4700. Dakota Minger has been missing from Nakusa since August 20th, 1999. He was 2 years old. He would now be 26. He was 3 foot, weighed 35 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes. He was last seen with his mother, Dana Minger, who is also still missing. She was 27 years old. She would now be 51. She was 5'8", weighed 150 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information on either of them, please call 715-421-8701. Stacy Rudolph has been missing from Medford since December 2nd, 2000. She was 13 years old. She would now be 36. She was 5'7" and weighed 125 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 715-748-2200. Alexis Patterson has been missing from Milwaukee since May 3, 2003. She was 7 years old. She would now be 29. She was 3'8" and weighed 42 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 715-748-2200. Madeline Edmond has been missing from La Crosse since July 29, 2005. She was 15 years old. She would now be 33. She was 5'4" and weighed 100 pounds with brown hair. Her left eye was brown and her right eye was blue. If you have any information, call 608-785-5962. Kayla Berg has been missing from Antigua since August 11, 2009. She was 15 years old. She would now be 30. She was 5'2" and weighed 108 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 715-627-6411. Gene Jacob Cloud Jr. has been missing from Jackson County since January 25, 2012. He was 20 years old. He would now be 32. He was 5'8", weighed 140 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 715-284-5357. Mackenzie Markin has been missing from Schofield since October 11, 2015. She was 14 years old. She would now be 22. She was 5'7" and weighed 150 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 715-261-1200. James Murmer has been missing from La Crosse since September 6, 2018. He was 17 years old. He would now be 22. He was 5'7" and weighed 175 pounds with blonde hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 608-785-5962. Jonah Walker has been missing from Milwaukee since June 23, 2022. She was 15 years old. She would now be 16. She was 5'3" and weighed 130 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Any information, call 414-933-4444. If you'd like for me to go more in depth on any of these cold cases, let me know in the comments.